So I read the legislative update for March 30th, 2012 on the CWFA's website. And there's one thing that really troubled me, and that is the CIANA, the Child Interstate Abortion Notification Act, which basically makes it a crime to take a child who could have been sexually assaulted by anyone in their family, anybody in their community, and who got pregnant as a result of that, or through rape, or any other means. It is illegal to take that child, take him across state lines, and procure an abortion to skirt the laws of the home state's laws on abortion, where they have to notify the parents, which is pretty fucked up if you really think about it, because what that does essentially is force a child who may or may not have been sexually abused, which caused the pregnancy, to deal with that. Because a lot of those parents, I'm pretty sure, will not authorize an abortion. Because, I mean, that just seems... talks about the parents' rights in the case of abortion. Also, and it's like, what? Your child could have been raped, but if you're... that just seems fucking stupid to me. Any law that says a child has to get parental consent to have an abortion is lunacy to me. Because what if those parents would force that child to have the child just out of some religious bullshit dogma? So that child can't go to another state, get an abortion, because they're not ready to have a child. They fear that they're going to resent the child because it's the result of rape or molestation or any other means. They're not ready to have a child, but he basically, the parents are the lead choice makers on that fucking thing, which I don't agree with at all. Because if the child is crossing state lines, it's for a fucking reason. It's because the parents would make them carry that child full fucking term. Because of religious bullshit. Any kid who was leaving the state because of that has a fucked up household. And this really can protect child rapists who are in the family. Because say that child gets raped by its father. The mother isn't going to do fucking anything. She married a child rapist. And the father's not going to fucking let her get a fucking abortion. So what the fuck? Do people not think this shit through? I don't know. That's my fucking reactionary, knee-jerk response. Maybe just by the grace of fucking God, maybe, there is an amendment in the bill that will stop that. So I typed it in to fucking Google, and I came up with something that was made in 2005 of the same name. I'm going to read that. Child Interstate Abortion Notification Act amends the Federal Criminal Code to prohibit the transporting a minor across the state line to obtain an abortion, deemed such transporting to be a de facto abridgment of the right of a parent under any law in the minor's state of residence. It requires parental involvement in the minor's abortion decision, makes an exception for an abortion necessary to save the life of the minor. Okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. Protects from prosecution or civil liability the minor or the minor's parents for violations of this act. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. Because if they're leaving because of this prohibition with the parents' rights thing, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Makes an affirmative defense to a prosecution or civil action under this act that the defendant reasonably believed that before the minor obtained the abortion, the required parental consent or notification of judicial authorization took place. Authorizes any parent who suffers harm from a violation of this act to seek relief in a civil action. Defines abortion as the termination of pregnancy with the intention other than to increase the probability of a live birth, preserve life or health of the child after live birth, remove a dead unborn child who died as a result of spontaneous abortion, accidental trauma, or criminal assault on a pregnant female or unborn child. Defines parent to include a guardian, legal custodian, or person standing in loco parentis. Imposes a fine and or prison term of up to 1 year on a physician who performs or induces an abortion on an out-of-state minor in violation of parental notification requirements. Requires such physician to give 24-hour actual or constructive notice to the parent of a minor seeking abortion. Allows exceptions for 1. If the physician complies with parental notification notification requirements in the physician's state. The physician is given documentation that a court in the minor's state of residence has waived parental notification or otherwise authorized the minor's abortion. The minor provides a written statement that she is the victim of sexual abuse, neglect, or physical abuse by a parent, and the physician notifies appropriate state officials of such abuse, or the abortion is necessary to save the life of the minor. So, right there, I jumped to a conclusion. I mean, this is 2005 version of it, but I don't know what the fuck the 2012 version of it, because it is come around again. But there is, right there, which actually does say that if they can provide documentation that they were raped by a parent, they can get the abortion. But okay, this is the recent one. Section 1, short title. Act may be cited as the Child Interstate Abortion Notification Act. Section 2, transportation of minors in circumvention of certain laws relating to abortion. Alright, so exceptions that were put forth in the most recent version of it. The prohibition of subsection A does not apply if the abortion was necessary to save the life of the minor because her life was endangered by a physical disorder, physical injury, or physical illness, including a life-endangering physical condition caused by or arising from the pregnancy itself. Exception 2. A minor transporting the violation of the section, and any parent of that minor, may not be prosecuted or sued for the violation of the section conspirated to violate this section, or an offense under the section 2 or 3, so based on a violation of this section. Affirmative defense. Based on the information that the defendant obtained directly from the parent or minor that before the minor obtained the abortion, parental consent or notification took place. From documentation showing with a reasonable degree of certainty that according to the minor's state of residence waived any parental notification required by the laws of the state, otherwise authorized that the minor be allowed to procure an abortion. So, yes. Goes through the things. Control. Below. So again, like the 2005, there are provisions in it that, as far as I know, do the same things as the 2005 one, but I think they removed the one. I really don't want to read through the entire fucking thing. Let's see. Oh. Right, the minor declares in a signed written statement she is the victim of sexual abuse, neglect, or physical abuse by a parent, and before an abortion is performed on the minor, the physician notifies the authorities specified to receive reports of child abuse or neglect by the law of the state in which the minor resides of the known or suspected abuse or neglect. Which, again, that's a good thing to have in the law. Whether that doesn't get stripped away by the Republicans, who the fuck knows, or social conservatives, or stupid fucking people. That remains to be seen. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say on this topic. This will probably be uploaded, as of this recording, it is the 10th. This will probably be uploaded 1 or 2 days from now, so peace, love, harmony, and fuck the CWA and their very, very fucked up support of this law, because basically it makes the parents the last fucking bastions of making the decision, aside from all the provisions that say written statement, sexual abuse, all of this shit. And I'm not even sure that's going to make it into the final law. This actually does make it into a law. But even if that doesn't cover if they were sexually abused by someone else, like a pastor, religious leader, school, like a teacher, janitor, shit like that. It doesn't cover that, as far as I know. But if it doesn't cover that, there are loopholes to that, which then can be exploited by the fucking parents. So, anyway. Peace out, and I'll post a link in the description to the bill text so you can make your own judgment. Peace out.